welcome to Delightfully Diffused. I'm Paula, and today I am diffusing Valor 2. Kind of smells like candy a little bit, so it's one of the reasons why. Plus, I need a little Valor today. All right, today's video is about diffusing and why it's not a waste of time. So when I first started using essential oils and getting into aromatherapy, I was not impressed with this little machine right here. This is what I had for my first diffuser, and I was not impressed. You know, I was a candle girl. I loved my candles, I loved my plugins, I loved my sprays, and I gave those up because I found out how bad they were for you. And I was looking for a way that I could still have a good smelling house, but not with all the toxic chemicals, the bad things that are put into the air. And this kind of came into my life, and I was excited. This is a natural thing. These are natural scents. They're good for you. The benefits that you get from them, you know, I was just excited. I could not wait. Then I start diffusing, and it just wasn't what I expected at all. Now, you know when you burn a candle and, you know, the first 10 burns are good. You smell them and they smell great. Then the more you burn them, the less they smell and the less you notice, and it's more about the ambiance than it is the scent. Well, that's kind of where I was headed with this. It was a frustration for me because I expected it to smell strongly, and I expected it to smell a long time. Well, I was wrong in that, and let me tell you why. First of all, this little machine right here covers 323 square feet. Why that's funny? My apartment where this was is approximately 800 square feet. So that's more than double what this is meant to cover. Now, over time, I have done research and I have learned that my negative thinking was wrong, as negative thinking generally is. So, diffusing. Here's what happens. When you diffuse, the particles of the essential oils get broken up into teeny tiny little pieces, or teeny tiny little particles, however you want to say it. And those go into the air and they benefit everybody. So when you apply something topically, it's benefiting you. When you diffuse, it's benefiting everyone in the house. When you diffuse, you can still smell it, probably for the first 5-10 minutes, and then that scent slowly starts to lessen. Now here is where the wrongness of that statement comes in. Your brain processes that scent and just kind of, you know, discards it, I guess. But when people come into your house, they smell it. While you can't smell it, they can. Here is a perfect example. This little 323 square foot covering machine served a great purpose for me. I held a Tastefully Simple party, which is a food party, so I was cooking, and all I could smell was the food. But when people came in, they smelled a combination of the food and this. And I was actually diffusing Stress Away at the time. So they were smelling that. To me, it's a tropical type scent, and they were smelling that, and they loved that smell. Another example is this. When I used to babysit, and in the same room, I would have this diffuser going, and I would always start it about a half hour or so before the kids got home with oils to assist with concentration. By the time they got home, I couldn't smell it, to the point where I would put it on the kitchen table and have it diffusing there while they were doing homework. I couldn't smell it. But when they came in, they could smell it. And not just my kids, but the kids that I babysat, they also got the benefits of those oils. So they were able to do homework and concentrate more without being yelled at, without all the drama of homework. I mean, if you're a parent, you know what that drama is. Essential oils in the diffuser, definitely a good thing. Don't get disappointed. I got disappointed, and that was my mistake because I stopped diffusing. Don't stop diffusing. It's important. It's very beneficial. You're still reaping the benefits. Even in a room that's more than twice the size that this thing is supposed to cover, we were still reaping the benefits. What are some of those benefits? Well, some of those benefits is this. For instance, when you diffuse stress away, you're relaxing, your mood is uplifted, and everybody around you gets that same benefit. When you diffuse thieves, it's immune boosting, highly immune boosting. So everybody in your house is getting that benefit of a stronger immune system. And purification, of course, is to purify the air, to clean it. And then you have lavender, which is also relaxing. There's many oils, like Valor, gives you a little bit of that, you can do this. And that's the benefits of diffusing essential oils. You get those benefits. You get them for longer than just when the diffuser is on. That's a huge thing. When have you ever blown out a candle and still smelled it 14 hours later? With this diffuser, that happens. I stopped diffusing it one night, and the next morning, approximately 14 hours later, or afternoon, approximately 14 hours later, my father-in-law came over to pick up the girls, and he was able to smell what I was diffusing the night before. So that just goes to show you how wrong I was in thinking diffusing was a waste of time. What was a waste of time is me not diffusing and thinking it was a waste of time. So really, guys, don't get discouraged. When you buy a diffuser, think about the space that it's going to be in and think about what space it covers. For instance, I didn't realize when I purchased my kit that this only covers 323 square feet. Had I known that, I would have A, either gotten a different one, or B, put it into my room. Easy as that. Or I just would have not had such high expectations. So guys, that's it. That is diffusing and why it's not a waste of time. If you would like to follow me, you can click subscribe below. You can keep updated with what we're doing and what we're learning. And then you can also follow me on Facebook at Delightfully Diffused. You can follow me on Instagram at Delightfully Diffused. So until next time, guys, I hope to see you around. Bye.